Video opens with dramatic, suspenseful music and quick cuts of historical photos of the Tsavo lions, the railway construction, and Colonel Patterson. Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we journey back to the late 19th century, to the arid plains of Tsavo in Kenya, to uncover the chilling true story of two lions that brought an entire railway project to its knees. They were known as the Ghosts of Tsavo, and their tale is a terrifying blend of historical fact and enduring myth. Scene shifts to a host speaking directly to the camera, with archival footage and maps appearing on screen. In March 1898, the British Empire was in the midst of an ambitious project, constructing the Uganda Railway, a massive undertaking designed to connect the port of Mombasa to the interior of Africa. The project leader was Lieutenant Colonel John Henry Patterson, a British military engineer tasked with building a bridge over the Tsavo River. But soon after his arrival, a nightmare began to unfold. The workforce, primarily composed of laborers from India, started disappearing from their tents in the dead of night. At first, the disappearances were sporadic, but they soon became a terrifyingly regular occurrence. The culprits were two enormous, maneless male lions. Unlike typical lions, these two displayed an unnerving intelligence and a shocking preference for human prey. They worked in tandem, silently stalking the camps, dragging men from their beds, and leaving behind a trail of terror and devastation. The workers named them the Ghost and the Darkness. They seemed to defy all conventional lion behavior. They were fearless, ignoring the fires and thorn fences, known as bomas, that were built to keep them out. The men were petrified. They believed the lions were not animals at all, but vengeful spirits, perhaps the reincarnated souls of local chiefs angered by the railway's intrusion. Work on the bridge ground to a halt as hundreds of workers fled, convinced they were being hunted by demons. Colonel Patterson, a seasoned hunter, knew he had to act. What followed was a harrowing 9-month ordeal. His initial attempts to trap or hunt the lions failed repeatedly. The lions seemed to anticipate his every move, avoiding his traps and ambushing his hunting parties. Patterson described them as having a diabolical cunning. He would spend sleepless nights in makeshift platforms, or machins, waiting with his rifle, often to find the lions had attacked a different part of the camp entirely. The psychological toll was immense. The entire project hung by a thread. Finally, in December 1898, Patterson's persistence paid off. He managed to wound the first lion one evening. It escaped, but he tracked it the next day and, after a tense standoff, finally brought it down. It was a colossal beast, measuring nearly 10 feet from nose to tail. But the terror wasn't over. The second lion continued its attacks, seemingly even more aggressive. Weeks later, after another series of dramatic and dangerous encounters, Patterson managed to corner and kill the second Ghost of Tsavo. The reign of terror was finally over. The railway workers returned, and construction on the bridge resumed. Scene transitions to show modern scientific analysis and museum exhibits. But the story doesn't end there. Why did these lions become man-eaters? For over a century, this question has fascinated scientists and historians. The lions' skulls and skins were preserved and are now famously displayed at the Field Museum in Chicago. Modern scientific analysis of their teeth and bones has provided some incredible insights. One leading theory points to a severe drought and a rinderpest epidemic that had decimated the lion's usual prey, like buffalo and zebra. Starving and desperate, the lions may have turned to the most abundant and vulnerable food source available: humans. Another compelling theory comes from examining their jaws. Isotope analysis and dental studies revealed that one of the lions had a severe tooth abscess and a broken jaw. This would have made it incredibly painful, if not impossible, to hunt their normal, powerful prey. Humans, being slower and softer, would have been an easier target. It's a sobering thought. A simple toothache may have triggered one of history's most notorious man-eating events. So, how many people did they actually kill? Patterson claimed the lions were responsible for the deaths of 135 people. However, recent chemical analysis of the lion's remains suggests a lower, though still horrifying, number, around 35 individuals. The discrepancy might be due to Patterson's record-keeping exaggeration for his book, The Manators of Tsavo, or the possibility that the lions didn't fully consume every victim. Regardless of the exact number, the psychological impact was immeasurable. The tale of the ghosts of Tsavo is more than just a scary story. It's a powerful reminder of the raw, untamable power of nature and the thin line that separates our world from the wild. It's a complex saga of survival, desperation, and the clash between human ambition and the ancient laws of the animal kingdom. Were they demons, or simply desperate animals pushed to the brink by injury and environmental collapse? The science points to the latter, but the legend of the ghostly manators of Tsavo continues to haunt our imagination. Thank you so much for joining us on this historical deep dive. What do you think drove the lions to hunt humans? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more stories like this. We'll see you in the next video.